Sammy,
Hello, hello.
my man, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Looking at GJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a nice little fall there. I did like that setup.
You take it? You take it or
I didn't, dude. My morning, so I just had to take my wife, weird to say again, um to the ferry to go to New York City. So I take her there in her car, and then I take her car real quick to the grocery store to get like some eggs and stuff for the morning. And I turn her car off and realize that the key fob isn't in the car. So I just had to go in there, no fob for the key, get an Uber back home. It's so ridiculous.
yeah. Long morning, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good though. No adversity. But look, I'm looking at the 4 hour over here. I've seen this setup many times. After this bullish candle close, you get another following bearish candle right over here close. This candle creates its top wick past the low of that candle. Looks great on the 4 hour.
Yeah.
And then what we got over here was like a little, we had this resistance hold, and we ended up respecting that previous resistance over here, right? With this candle, and then this candle, get a retest of this previous level, 162.714, a strong bearish candle with a wick to fill. You could have entered after this candle. And then the 30-minute, you could have entered right here. Something like this, anticipating for volume to break us through here and head right down for
As we
possibly.
broke the low, right?
What's up?
As we broke the low, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Yeah, right here. I like this setup a lot.
We'll catch the next one.
Yeah, no, I mean, we got a great one yesterday. Did you see my journal for the missed trade on GJ yesterday?
No, I didn't see it, no.
Okay, it's in the group Trello. And it's basically how I would have called GJ yesterday.
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, I think it was about 64 pips. It would have been. What's up, Lewis? Morning, buddy.
Morning. No, I think we are good for
morning.
162 flat.
Yes. Here, remember when we were at that resistance on the 30-minute? We ended up coming down, creating this low. This would have been the move for the London session, coming down and retest that low. Then we ended up holding that support, right, with this bullish candle right over here. But what happened was we got a nice bearish 30-minute candle reacting to this resistance. We're already in a bearish trend. I just didn't like this candle right here, right? Very strong candle bouncing off 162.900. We could have possibly entered this after this candle created a top wick past the low of that candle. Could have even possibly put your stop loss here, but a safer one would have been up here above that resistance. Anticipating price to continue down and retest this low and create a new low, because we've been creating that low over here. We create a new low, lower high, lower low, lower high over here. So what are the chances we create a lower low? And there you go. That would have been a beautiful move. I mean, we caught a beautiful one on gold, right? So it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, you still want to journal the trades you would have taken.
Yeah.
Damn, that would have been nice on GJ just now. Lewis, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, buddy? How's everything, bro?
Everything's great. Long time no talk. How are you?
I know, man. I got a little bag. Went a little way. It's a little. I went to Colombia for a few days and just getting back now. It was great, man. It was great. How was your wedding? How was the big day?
It was amazing. I mean, I keep saying it, but like it couldn't have gone any better.
Nice, bro. I'm glad you had fun. Everybody had fun. Everybody was safe.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was. Like I said, it's. We got so lucky with that. What the hell? Hold on 1 second. No.
Looks like GJ, it's kind of tanking right now.
We literally came on like maybe 5 minutes too late.
I know.
We all would have been on that. Shit. Yeah, I've seen that setup many times. Let's break it down right now. And whoever comes in, they'll just miss the breakdown, but that's all right. Again, as we broke down yesterday with the monthly candle, this monthly candle is getting smaller and smaller. And if you remember what I said last week, where this candle was all the way at its highs, and I was like, you know what, we're getting towards the end of the month. You're reacting to a previous support over here, right? We ended up creating yearly highs up here and almost like 2 or 3 year highs over here. But we ended up getting up there. And I was saying that like these monthly candles really don't get much bigger than these, right? Some of these over here. So either this candle is just going to close right up here, or we're going to get some kind of reaction up here and a retracement. And this candle is either going to close like a strong bullish candle somewhere around here with a wick to fill, or we could end up continuing to retrace, coming right back down below 162 or 163 right over here, retracing, and then closing like a weak bullish candle where the next one creates a top wick, passes the low of that candle, continues down. Looking at the weekly now, you get that hard rejection of 167,500, and you can see it even better on the lower time frames too. But this is what I'm talking about. You close with a very tall top wick over here with a weak body. The next candle is going to create a top wick and pass the low of that candle and retrace a little bit. The only question is, are we going to completely correct this move right back down to like 156, or are we just retracing back down to a higher, more attractive buying point for price to hold support and continue back up to retest the highs? Right? That's the question. So are we coming back down to this support over here and holding a support to continue up, maybe a support up here, higher low, and then we continue up, or again, we continue down. Looking at the daily now, the daily's got some nice bearish price action. Damn, I can't believe we missed that. That's all right. Grabbed a nice one yesterday, so that's cool.
The entry would have been yesterday, you said, or it would have been like 20 minutes ago?
What was?
That you said an entry.
Oh yeah, the entry would have been probably around 20 minutes ago. I'm talking about yesterday's move that we got during the New York session. Like we grabbed a great trade yesterday, so like I'm not too disappointed about missing this one, but it does sting a little bit because I did see this happening, and I've seen this setup many times, right? So looking at all these strong bearish candles, price is just pushing down over here. Are we coming down into this support right over here that we ended up holding like a higher low over here right below this resistance? And then we pushed up from that point. We coming back down there. We're going to break that and continue down to this support of 160 flat or 159, 600. Looking at the 4 hour, this is the setup I've seen many, many, many times where you get the bearish price action, price creating lower lows, lower highs over here. You get this resistance formed over here. Price comes down, creates this low. Then you start consolidating. You get arguably a little fake out on the 4 hour, right? Where you get this bullish candle close, but then in a bearish trend, you get a close like this, which is beautiful. You get a nice bearish close, completely correcting this candle right here with a wick to fill. You just wait for this candle. You wait for the volume, which is in New York. You wait for this candle to create a top wick, pass the low of this wick right here, and you're going to get a nice candle like this coming right back down to this support. I've seen this setup many, many, many times. And this
but
is
your entry would have been on the lower time frames, all right? Like one on the 30-minute?
Yes. But like let's say this was the 30-minute. This could be your trade.
Yeah, even on the 4 hour.
Somewhere right there. You want to give yourself a little room with the stop loss, right? Somewhere around here. But like I said, say this is the 30-minute. This is a great trade to take. This is a setup I've taken many times. But being on the 4-hour, this is a great trade on the 4-hour. Now you can base your entry on the lower time frames, but you can, you can take a scalp on the lower time frames with this, but also use the 4-hour and use a 4-hour resistance with a second entry, and this could be like a swing entry right here. Same exact thing, right? You get a nice 2-to-1 ratio, about 86 pip profit TP. But this is something that you guys want to journal, right? Journal the 4-hour, journal the daily, how we're in that bearish trend over here correcting. But once you get a move like this, you get a nice bearish close like this one right there. Wait for this to create its top wick and pass the low, and I'm in this all day. What's up, Jonathan?
What's up, guys?
Morning, buddy.
Morning.
How are you?
Fine. And everyone else?
Good stuff, man. We're just breaking
Morning,
the
man.
news over here. It's hard trade we just missed. Well, we didn't just miss. We weren't on the stream yet. But
Yeah.
but right over here, now that we're at the 1-hour, we got this consolidation, right? But price keeps respecting this resistance. After coming down and creating this low, we rejected it once right over here to retest the low. We come back up to that area, looking like we're going to possibly close above that area to continue up. But no, we get another bearish candle close right here. And then this was the move yesterday that I would have taken, right? If we weren't in gold. But we rejected this level twice already, right? Then we come up here, end up holding a resistance, a lower high over here as well. Get this strong bearish candle close with wick to fill. You take this thing down, right? That would have been a nice move as well. But then we came right back up to this resistance and rejected it once more, right? So 3 times, meeting up in a key area of this trend line over here as well. Price just starts pushing down. We stall a little bit at this support, but then what do you get? You get a nice bearish candle close right there, where you could have possibly entered this as well. Again, this is another thing that you can journal. I would have probably entered this right here. Based on this candle close below this little support right here, strong candle close with the wick to fill, you could have entered this with 6 a.m. volume, anticipating 6 a.m. volume. And we've been getting some nice moves around 6 a.m. too, as of late. So you can at least look for more than almost a 2-to-1 ratio retesting this low down here. I would have secured right around here, right? And let the rest run right back down to this target right here, about 86 pips. So that's a 1-hour entry. You already have a 4-hour entry. So before that, you know that like all these time frames are really like meeting up. Like the 4-hour looks good, the 1-hour looks good, 30-minute looks good, just like the way gold was yesterday for us. Now you could have entered that on the 1-hour. Now you could have entered this right here on the 30-minute. Right? You get this little, you get lower lows, lower highs created right over here. Price holding support right in this area. But you keep getting these bearish closes, right? And resistance is held. Like this little resistance right here. Once you get this candle flipping bearish and closing bearish like that, next candle creates its top wick. This is where you're anticipating volume, the 7 a.m. volume, right? To push below this support, and this is your move. This is an impulse entry as we break the low of these wicks, anticipating the volume. It's hard to take these trades during like the Asian session, but this is good to take during New York because you know you have volume, and you know the other time frames are lining up. Right, everything is nice. You're not trading against the trend. You're just going with the trend. 4 hours lining up right along with the 30-minute. Right, to be taking that in the same exact spot. That all make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any other questions about this? No?
What would have been like a scaling that you would have done if you had one?
So yeah, so on the 30-minute, I would have entered right over here. The 1 hour, I would have entered right up here. That would have probably been like the first entry after this 1 hour candle closed.
On the
right?
on the retest.
after the retest. So you get
Uh-huh.
like 162, 714 is a level I'm paying attention to based on the like that horizontal line is just there because you have this resistance right over here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All these candles meeting up with that area. So I just put that horizontal line there. But I'm really looking at just most recent support and resistance, right? Which happens to be this support and this resistance as well, right? So I keep that there. But looking at the 4 hour, I would have been looking at this, eyeing this thing up, this candle, waiting for it to break that wick. But the first entry would have been based on the 1 hour right here. Because what you got was a strong close below that level, right? If you're looking at that right now in the lower time frames, you get that level right there. This candle creates that setup that I look for all the time. This one. This is perfect. You get a strong bearish candle close below this level. This candle retests the area. You got a deep wick, but a very weak body. So it's a very small bullish body with a small bottom wick. Wait for this candle to create its top wick and then wait for it to pass the low of this candle. And most of the time, you just get a move just like this. But you could have entered that impulse entry right there. You could have entered right after it closed as well. So that's 2. So make that like an impulse entry based on the 30-minute. TP a little bit up here. So impulse entry right here, and then after the candle closed. So right there. Then you get the 30-minute, another entry right here.
Yeah, I've seen that bullish like doji close and stuff on especially going down in the downtrend a lot. Is a setup.
Yeah, no, that what on the 1 hour?
1 hour, 30-minute, either time frame, either time frame.
Yeah, no, it presents itself a lot, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you guys really want to hone in on is finding those setups on your pair that happen multiple times. Hold on 1 second. Each pair has its own setups and they all happen during certain sessions, right? So you just want to hone in on that. You can make your, where's our journal? Let's see. I don't have it on this one, but I have it on 2021. You guys want to make something like this. You just spend like a day doing it. Shouldn't take too long, but look for examples of your setups. Of course, Trello's being slow now. See this column right here, this list? You want to look for all your setups. Like this is a break and retest. Classic, low created. We retest, got a bearish close, and you take it right here. That's a nice break and retest. Here's a fake out, right? This is a good example of what happens during fake outs in a bearish trend. As you can see right here, this candle closes above the resistance. We end up rejecting this area and then closing right back into the range. This is a great example of a fake out where price, a lot of times, most of the time, if it closes back into this range, it's going to retest this previous support, right? But there's also a good possibility that price is going to break through that support and just continue bearish, right? Another one is an impulse volume push, right? And that's one setup that I like. You guys could go back in there and take a look at it. Here's a continuation, right? And then a resistance volume, impulse volume sell. And these are just random names that I give my setups, but this was just an example that I made for somebody so that they can start doing something like that on their own. Like I don't really specifically need something like that. So this will be good for you guys where you want to come to the market with fresh eyes and like knowing what you want to see. if you have like 5 different examples of each one of your setups, and it's like, these are the only setups I'm taking today, this is going to help you guys a lot in your trading sessions, especially with staying patient. So now that we're over here, the 15-minute candle is coming to a close. Can this 4-hour end up retesting this area over here? And should we be taking anything over here and squeezing this out? Let's take a look. The 1 hour now is below this setup, this support, right? So can we stay below, once 8 o'clock comes around? That's one question. 30-minute candle, clean close below that area. So are we going to get some kind of a retest? And how many pips do we have in here? Got about 56 pips. So this could be a range that we end up taking over here. I just want to wait possibly for a retest. Let me see the 15-minute. Probably yes for a retest, because where's our stop loss going to be? That's one of those questions. You got to ask yourself, what time is it? What's the range? How big is the range? Where would my stop loss be? You want to study the previous candles and wicks before. You want to check the other time frames like we just did. Like, these are all things you should be doing before entering a trade. And then obviously knowing what your exit plan is going to be. But right now we got that resistance. If we're going to take this, I would like to see a nice resistance held right over here, and then we take this thing down. 5-minute. 5-minute ended up holding a little support over here. Are we going to continue down without us, or are we going to just create a bottom wick over here and then continue up to hold that as a resistance? Because once you hold that as a resistance, then you start getting a couple candles closing bearish around this area. Then you get a clear stop loss, and you can take advantage of this 56 pip range. But so far, you missed this. And if you miss this, you're not going to be in it until you get what you want. Sound like a good plan, guys?
Sir.
Got to stay patient. So, Lewis, you entered a sell on gold?
No, actually, it was actually a buy. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So you're taking it. So right now, with gold, looking at this 1910 area, we've been holding it as a clear support, right? What you have is a clear break above, right? Historical highs retested, and then we come right back down to this area, previous candle body highs to the left to hold the support. This candle ends up rejecting that area and closing above. This candle holds support. This candle right here looks like we're coming down to create a bottom wick, and then we're going to flip bullish, passing the high of that candle and continuing up. But it doesn't do that. It comes all the way back down here, retests the zone, and then ends up closing right around here. So another rejection of that area. Then we get a support held again with a bullish candle. Then we get the retest of 2000, right? Retest of the previous candle body highs up here, and then a hard rejection, right? Strong bearish candle close, top wick formed, past the low of the previous candle, and now we're coming right back below 1910 again. So where is this candle going to close? Above or below 1910? That's what we use the lower time frames for. And it's also, this is the week, right? So today is Tuesday. So where can this weekly candle end up pushing, right? We've got some pretty big candles. Can we continue to push down here? That's the question. Now what we got yesterday was a clean close below 1910. Where's our next support to the left, our next level? Right here. Now, keep in mind, and I think this is maybe what you're envisioning, Lewis, is the fact that every time we've come into this area, we've rejected and pushed up. Last time we came into this area, we ended up coming all the way down here, creating this wick, and then ended up closing a very weak bullish candle right around 1917, holding support, and then continuing up. So can we end up doing the same thing? The only difference is the daily now closed below this level. All right, we just got a strong daily candle close below that level. So what's the next candle going to do? Are we going to tap into this area in the beginning of the day, now flip bearish and continue down to fill that wick, continue down to the support? Or are we going to hold the support and continue up, filling that wick with the next candle and continue up from here. Or we continue up to here. This is the highest we go. And then we continue right back down and retest the lows. So multiple different options so far in the daily. 4 hour, we ended up creating this low, slowly coming up into this area, get the bearish candle close, but a very weak bearish candle close. This candle, is it holding support and continuing up, or are we grabbing liquidity real quick before flipping bearish and continuing down and retest the lows? Right? We have this area that we're bouncing off of. Right? This wick support over here. Look at that rejection. Same thing over here. That's what you're banking on. So the question is, do you even want to trade in here? Right? Would you rather wait for price to break 1910, continuing up, or would you rather wait for price to break this support to continue back down? Looking at the 1 hour, yeah, it looks like we slowly wanted to come up, continuing up, and then it stalled out and price just tanked, but formed a higher low, pushing up to retest the highs, continuing up here. But so far on the 1 hour, this is a strong resistance. We're now closing below that area, so far at least, right? Maybe we don't. Maybe we retrace up here and close above that area. But so far, we're holding some kind of a support right in here, right? Previous resistance with these wicks, support held, and then price came right back into that area. And we pushed up above that level, and now we're coming right back down to that area. So what are we going to do here? Yeah, you're sitting in one big range. So I think safer sells are going to be below 1901 or 1902 right in this area, because then you could grab this move right here, about 60 something pips, right? Because now you don't know where price is going to go. We could very well hold support here to continue up and create another higher high, right? And it looks like that could be what we do, especially with how strong this level is, right? But for sells, you don't know where price is going to go unless we end up getting a clean close below this level, maybe a retest right here, and then this is the move you take right here. Right? Then you know that there's clear sells, especially with the resistance held right here. So, Lewis, you want to send your chart real quick? We'll take a look at the trade. I could guide you from there.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Okay, cool. Let's see. So that's what we're looking at on gold. I think safe buys will be above 1910, right? You could very well catch a move right back up into this area, or maybe even this area up here. Let's actually plan this out. Yeah, 1910. So I would want a clean close above that area. We could probably bring it back up to that resistance, like 1920 area. I'd maybe secure around 1917, just because that's been such a, look at the 4 hour. This whole area right here. Actually, you know, I'm just going to move this right here. Yeah. That's that area. This is the range I would want to grab price in and definitely secure up at 1917, 1918. Previous support of the 4 hour resistance over here. But yeah, this will be interesting to see how this 4 hour candle closes, right? If it closes bullish, we're going to fill that wick and continue up, because this was a weak bearish candle, last retest before continuing up. Or this candle closes a weak bullish candle or even a bearish candle and we continue down. But we need to close below this support here before taking any kind of sell. Let's go back to GJ over here. This is why we wait, right? Get that nice little support formed. We get a retest of this area, and hopefully we got an opportunity to take price down. If not, we just missed the previous trade, and that's no big deal. That's okay. I was talking about it in the New York session channel. Like, you just got to be very selective over what you take. You can end up taking, like, you can be an over trader, where you've been trading like 10, 15, 20 trades a week, sometimes way more than that. I forgot what where I was just going with that. Yes, you can be an overtrader and be in that whole arena where you're taking multiple trades, but then you can cut that back. That's the next step for you as a trader. Cut that back, and now you're only taking, let's say there's a rangy week. It's like not that good of a week to trade, not that much on the economic calendar, and you only end up taking 2 or 3 trades in that week. And you being selective and now in that arena, that thought process of being selective over your trades, you could end up being much more profitable only taking 2 trades that week compared to taking like 10 to 15 the previous week, where you were now either in drawdown or just at break even, or maybe even like a little profit because there were plenty of trades that you shouldn't have been in that you were able to manage risk a little bit, right? But now cutting back and just staying selective over your trades, it's going to go a long way. One thing that does suck is we would have already been done for the morning if we caught this over here. But yeah, I really want you guys to journal this setup over here, especially the 1 hour right over here and the 4 hour, especially because the 4 hour, you guys will see this setup many times on the 30-minute. And you could take this scalp all day, all week. Feel me?
Stuff I realized that London session been booming lately, bro. Like damn.
You're saying London?
Yeah, it's been kicking off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, do you trade London at all? No, right?
Because just due to how my rosters for work, like sometimes 8 o'clock and stuff. I tried to done it in the past, but then I realized, you know what, that is taxing on my body.
Yeah, dude, you're smart. Don't do that. Especially like now you as a young man and you don't have a family, you don't have anything like that, right? So like typically younger traders will end up doing that. They'll stay up all night trading, and then they'll I don't know, it's just like it's not where you want to be, because like once you start having kids, you have a family, stuff like that, you're not going to be staying up all night long trading. Like a I don't know. You're not going to do that, It's taxing on your body. You need sleep. Coming from someone who barely gets any, but still, like you need it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to open this. Nice. Awesome. So you took this as it broke the high of these wicks?
No, I took this as after it broke it and retested that previous week.
Okay. So what you would want to do, Lewis, is just wait for the bullish close right here. That would have saved you.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like something like this.
I think I sent the copy of the wrong one, but I think on the messages. So you would have waited for the what?
I would have probably waited for like a bullish close like this. Next candle. Creates a bottom wick. Passes the high over here. And that would have been a nice entry right here. This is passing the highs. Then when you get candles closing your direction right here, that's what you want. Like this is just like guesswork almost, right? Because then
because you don't know if support is going to be formed there.
Exactly. You don't know if that's going to be a support, especially on gold. Gold will do this to you if you don't wait.
Yeah.
But you sent another one. Let's see. Yeah. So right here, if price started closing right back into this area over here, I would have cut off 50. After this candle closed. First of all, you got a candle closing against you. Right, let's I just want to take a look at this real quick. So 15 did pass the high of the previous candle, but it's still bullish. You got the, again, you got to look at the time. You got 4 hours or 4 minutes left for the hour to close, which means it's going to close below the support. So we'll see what the next candle does. But this candle is getting weaker, right? We're losing a little momentum. Looks like we want to get some kind of a pullback on the 30-minute. But yeah, Lewis, you just gotta wait for candles to close in your direction. That's gonna save you from a lot of losses.
Gotcha.
But there's so much that you could write about this trade too. Like there's the opportunity of, first of all, not even taking it, but also, you know, once this candle closed bearish, and we didn't just like retest it and bounce up and pass the high of that candle, we ended up closing back below this area. Now I got to close 50. Did you do any of that, or it just hit?
No, on the 15-minute when it closed below the little 15-minute support, I did close like 75% of it.
Okay, nice. So it didn't hit full stop loss.
No. When it closed under the little support area that I had there, yeah, I closed most of it.
Okay, well, that's good. That's progress. But now you go back into Trello. Are you using Trello?
Yeah, I just started using it not to like maybe 5-6 days ago.
Good shit, man. Awesome. What's it called? So now you go right in the description section, a couple notes about this. Also, your trading AAR, which we haven't gone over yet, since we haven't done your Zoom. But once we do, we'll be going through some of that stuff, because that's what's really going to help you. If you stay consistent with it, where you're writing down different things that you're seeing in the market, you're going to be good. Getting this last push over here on GJ. I think we probably missed this trade, which is okay.
We probably did. I was looking at the 15-minute regarding to how it made that liquidity grab a bit and then started breaking low. But then I told myself, you know what, the 1 hour is about to close, and I told myself usually we're gonna get a pullback. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it. But then we got the last push in the 1 hour, so doesn't really matter at this point. Plus, too, if you look left as well, we're coming up to a strong support area to the left-hand side on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 30 minutes. So I expecting some form of serious reaction around that level. So
I like the fact that you stayed out of this. We passed the high of that candle, but you also looked at the time, which I sent you what was it, a 10-minute video on how to do your trading plan.
Yeah.
Okay, were you able to watch that at all yet?
Piece by piece. I actually creating piece by piece notes with it.
Okay. All right, cool. So in the entry section under strategy, I talk about I put together like a checklist for you guys. Not the big one that we have on Slack, but like it's a quick checklist that you should be paying attention to when you're trading. And this is going to save you from a lot of losses too, because it's maybe 5 or 6 things that you're looking at real quick before you take a trade. And if any of these things don't line up, you just don't enter. Especially the last one of finding your stop loss.
Exactly.
Sorry, go ahead.
And I was saying, yeah, exactly, because if you really had took this trade, it only went down for like 10 pips, but your stop loss would have been like 22 pips above the current 15-minute wick. So like that's not even worth it.
Exactly. And now once you get a candle like this with a tall top wick on the bearish candle and a small bottom wick, you're gonna end up holding a support and maybe filling this wick up here. Because of the timing. The 1 hour candle needs a top wick at least. But are we just gonna form one right now and then flip bearish and continue down? Let's see how the hour closed on gold. So the hour closed below this level over here, right? So the question is, where are we going from here? Again, you got to be aware of this level here. Right in here. I'd rather wait for that support to be broken.
Steph, we got a question though. Why is Japanese yen so strong? Is it because it pulling back from its new historical lows, or there's some form of fundamental news going behind which causing the yen to be strong?
Yeah, I mean, it's not so strong, but it's there's more fear in the market right now between Russia and Ukraine, right? Talking about nuclear stuff, nuclear war, stuff like that. So more people are going to be pouring their money into the Japanese yen, US dollar, and the Swiss franc, safe haven currencies. And they're going to be taking their money out of risky
The risk.
currencies.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's just about understanding what normally happens during what kind of market event, right? Like right now, let's actually take a look at not the Japanese yen, but the VIX. So the VIX is a little high right now. When you have a VIX like this, that means the stock market is on its way down. Whenever it's an inverse, right? So it's showing there's a lot of volatility. We're up around 30. So anytime you're around 30, that means that there's a lot of volatility in the market and there's a lot of fear in the market. So that's why you see, riskier currencies bearish right now. But it's also technical as well because you're meeting up with a previous support to the left. Not to mention it's the end of the month, right? And we're going to get that pullback.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. I'm sorry.
So stay on the higher time frames when it comes to GJ, because I know, of course, we are bearish regarding the trend, but looking at like the weekly, the daily, would you still say that we are bullish?
Well, on GJ?
Yeah.
On the weekly, the daily, the monthly over here, yeah, we're very bullish. But at the same time, going down some of these time frames, we're in a short-term sell unless we start breaking higher time frame market structure, which we have over here, right? The daily broke the previous support over here, right? Now we're breaking this previous support over here. Are we going to break these, right? It's just like lower time frames where you're waiting for levels to break. That's your question, is like, can we break below here? Because if we do on the daily and we close below the support, we could very well be continuing down over here to this next daily support.
Yeah.
4 hour. What's up, Praveen? Hope you're doing well, buddy. So yeah, now we're breaking below the support. Doing great, man. Appreciate you asking. We just broke down both pairs. Right now we're waiting for, hope you can understand me. We're just waiting for a pullback over here on GJ where you're waiting for some kind of a resistance to form, right? And then price continues right back down. This will be our move with our stop loss right here, right? So just wait for this pullback anywhere in this area. Just like we waited for on gold last night or yesterday morning, right? We waited for that resistance to form, and then we took price right back down. When it comes to gold now, gold is in this short-term pullback. Let's see if we have any kind of valid trends we could be drawing out here. You have that one right there. And price is already broken this one on the 4 hour. That previous bullish trend over here, higher highs, higher lows, continuing to meet up with this trend line over here, finally broke it right around here. And then we entered this bearish phase on the higher time frames. So now we want to know, we're creating lower lows and lower highs. We just got a new low, right? We come up to this area, 1910, obviously a very strong level over here. Previous support. Is this 4 hour candle going to end up closing bullish or bearish, right? Because what we have here is a support formed, right? We come all the way up here, then we get this rejection. Price breaking the lows over here, but we end up closing a very weak bearish candle. The next candle passed to the high of that candle, but now we're starting to flip bearish. So can we continue bearish? But you don't want to take any sells unless we start to break this level right here. You got plenty of pips in here. You got about 60 pips, about more than that, around 70 pips right here. That if we break this previous resistance and support, you know that price could very well continue down and mirror this move and continue through this support, continuing down from there, around 1894. Right, but you want to wait for this level to break first because we could very well hold support and continue up to print a new higher high. Yeah, a low, higher high, higher high right over here, higher low, and now possibly a higher high right here. So we'll see. That makes sense, Praveen? No, I hide this thing. There we go. It didn't work. I can't. This over here. There we go. Now GJ, I see starting to flip bearish over here. Now we're just going to continue this. Heavy bearish volume. We did come up to retest this area on the 5, but question is, do you want to take this in consolidation like this? Like now we're in some sticky territory.
I think I personally would not be looking to take that just because the whole heavy that is a demand zone, a very serious consolidation area. So
yeah,
I mean, you could definitely squeeze, you know, a couple pips over it, but
yes,
I think it's too risky for me.
I like your thinking. You know, a lot of times people get in trouble taking these, right? This is where they end up, you know, ending the day with a loss because they know they missed this trade, right? They missed this trade on the 1 hour too, right over here after this candle closed. And now they're like, damn, I missed that. I need to get in here. And then all of a sudden price retraces. You have to either manage risk or you end up getting stopped out pretty quickly. And now you're in trouble. Not in trouble, but you know what I mean.
For me, I think your best bet would be to wait for this 4-hour candle, which has 49 minutes left, to see if it's gonna close below, you know, 161, 600, and then see what can happen. Because then you got a nice clean range going right down into that area. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think it's even worth trying to squeeze it.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Just wait for the pullback because you know you're going to get some kind of a pullback unless we just like tank. And in that case, you missed it from up here.
Yeah.
Right. But like, you know that this move is a little overextended. Odds are you're going to get at least some kind of a move like this. Right. Where you could then continue press down. But now you're getting into, again, muddy waters over here to the left. I know we have a clean candle right there, but it gets a little tricky right there. So we'll see. Gold is still playing around.
Wait, Steph, did you upload the YouTube video? Because I was actually looking for it yesterday. And I was like, I didn't see it.
I got pulled to go to JFK really quick to cover somebody. Let me actually see something real quick. Yeah, I apologize, buddy.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool.
Well, you wanted the full breakdown?
Well, I was gonna just watch the entire thing just to see
Yes.
how you guys caught that I think it was goal sales, and then also the breakdown of the GG and how it played out. Just want to like catch up on it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm gonna upload that today after this one. Well, I'll upload that one first, and then this one right after that.
That's-
What do I have today? I know I don't have to leave until tonight. And Jonathan, when did when did you want to reschedule?
Right. So I think you told me, text me, and you said I think 3 o'clock. I think is what the time that you said. Which I think it would be 4 o'clock here, for me in Barbados.
Okay. I'm gonna be on the road for that. Wait, what time did I say? 3 o'clock for me?
Pardon?
3 o'clock today?
Yeah, I think. Let me chat back to see what time you had said. You had mentioned a time. I think you said. Yeah, you said you have Quentin. You have Quentin like around 3.
Okay, yes.
And so I'm not sure. Yeah, you didn't say actually said. I think you just said Quentin around 3.
Okay, let's so you'd be able to do 3.
Yeah, which would be 4 o'clock here for me.
Will you be able to do anything earlier?
Yeah, that's fine. Like what time? What time exactly?
Maybe more like 2.
Yeah, which would be 3 here for me.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Wait, hang on, because I actually got a meeting with an insurance company that had called me. They want to discuss like financial advice and stuff like that. Or what are you doing after the stream right now? Like, what are you gonna be doing?
So I have a Zoom. I have a few Zooms today. I have a Zoom with Kat at 10.
Okay.
And then Quentin at 12. And
Right.
then yeah, let's see. What's this insurance company?
Oh, this is an insurance company here in Barbados called Guardian.
Okay.
So one of the financial advisors said that she just wanna speak to me about this and that, blah blah blah. Yeah. So I personally just go into the meeting to just engage and understand like the knowledge behind it. It's not that I'm actually saying I'm gonna join it. So just gonna like see what's going on, just educate myself, and yeah.
She may just trying to be selling you.
Yeah, basically, that's basically what those advisors are supposed to do. Like that's exactly their job. Just trying to get to join it, of course, knowing that you're young and you can easily be seduced, I guess. But I know, nah.
Yeah, you don't want to be involved with that.
Sorry.
But all right, so you won't be able to do today then?
It basically looking like that. It's basically looking like that.
Okay.
At 3 o'clock, she didn't had scheduled because I actually was supposed to do it with her like twice, but the last 2 times I was caught up in something, so I had to do something around that time, so I couldn't make it. So I told her that I would definitely make 3 o'clock, the 3 o'clock appointment. So
Okay.
I don't want this.
Oh, 3 o'clock for you, which would be 2 for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just set up over here. This is actually appealing to me. Question is your R to R. See how this candle closed, a very weak bullish candle?
That was the same thing.
Created its top wick, passing the low.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what we spoke about this morning.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm just gonna enter a small position over here. With my stop loss above the 30-minute candle. I only entered 1%. Right over here. And I'm just looking for the 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Right. Again, based on the 15-minute. Let me zoom in over here.
There you go.
Yeah. Based on this 15-minute, very strong bearish candle over here. Weak bullish candle. This one creates a stop wick past the low of that candle. It's the exact move I've been talking about. I think I was talking about this up here.
Yeah.
On the 1 hour.
But keep in mind as well, Steph, that we approaching that strong consolidation to the left that we also identified. So
yeah, I do think that we can tap into this area over here. I think this is where it ultimately wants to go. And we're in the second half of the 30-minute candle, passing the low of the previous with a healthy top wick and a very strong bearish candle. I thought that we would get a deeper pullback, which we still can, right? But looking at the 30-minute, again, this is a strong 30-minute candle. This one already created a top wick past the low of the previous over here.
yeah.
Candle closed very weak bullish, and now this one created its top wick, fits my criteria, and passed the low of these candles over here. So I want to see what we end up doing. If this candle flips bullish or starts getting uneasy around this area, then I'll just cut 50.
Yeah.
It's an easy because my stop loss, it's not like it's above this candle, it's above the 30-minute. So I have plenty of room to manage risk. And I only risk 1%.
Nice trade management call right there for yourself based on how you're gonna act it.
Yeah, it's you gotta have that exit plan. Is that your dog?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's being herself.
Yeah, mine's the same way. Thinks he's a guard dog. I don't know where he is right now. Left me. So we shall see how this plays out. Sammy, did you take this? Lewis?
I took it on a demo account.
Okay, cool.
Just to see, I just like little one lotter, just see how it goes.
Well, again, this is a more of a risky trade because you're selling at the bottom, but it's a setup that we like. And I think with this, the volume that we have, the 8 o'clock volume, it should push us down. It looks like it's just retracing a little bit and it wants to continue down. It's not like it's like flipping bullish over here or anything. So it's just like giving us a little retracement and then possibly continuing down. But we'll see how this candle closes. Depending how the 30-minute closes, we'll be managing risk or letting this thing go.
Yeah.
What
was your?
I'm in the trade as well.
Nice. What was that, Jonathan?
I was asking, what was your entry?
My entry is 161, 741.
741. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
It's the same thing.
Looking at 15-minute and realizing if you would have got a really better entry if you had got it at the break of the low of the bullish 15-minute doji candle.
Yeah, it's not that far off. This is even the same. Actually, that was my entry, but this was the spread that took me down.
Oh, fair point.
Stop loss level is 911. There you go. Take profit doesn't really matter. It's somewhere around here. We'll see. We got about 9 minutes for this candle to close. Let's revisit gold. Gold's struggling around here. This is a lot of indecision right in here.
Yeah, gold's playing games, man.
Oh, yeah. Lewis, you picking up everything? Like everything's pretty clear?
Yeah, man. Everything's been great, man. I've been taking a bunch of notes. I've been watching a lot of webinars. Yeah, it's been definitely helping out for sure.
Good shit, man. One of those things that I attest like my success to is like taking meticulous notes during Rakil's lives every
Yeah.
single day, listening to Ted, writing down everything that was important, and just studying those things. Like you just got to treat yourself as an athlete. One of those athletes that came in late in the draft, right? They got drafted late. They thought they should have been a lot earlier, and you're just outworking everybody, trying to outwork those first round draft picks because you know that you're better than them.
Yeah.
We're getting a deeper pullback over here. Oh, starting to flip. So I may be closing. Yeah, this 30-minute. It's flipping bullish. So I'm just going to cut off 50.
Because it's starting to turn bullish.
Yeah, towards the end of the candle. I don't like how we're starting to flip bullish over here. Plus, we sold at the bottom anyway. So you got to be more conservative over trades like this.
Sure.
So basically be conservative more with a risky trade, not a high probability trade, of course. That's what you're saying, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. What was that?
No, I was asking regarding to how you just manage your risk.
Yes.
Manage your risk, and Lewis asks if you're just managing it based on the flip, and then you explain, because you know you got to be more conservative, etc. So what I'm asking is that would you consider being more conservative towards a riskier trade rather than a high probability trade?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, when we know that, like, yes, there's a probability that this thing starts to push down and we grab this last piece of the move, but you also, and that's why you lower your risk, but you also realize that like this can go the opposite way. And once price starts flipping bullish or passing the high of the previous candle, like that's got to be in your rules that you're not even going to hesitate to close 50.
Yeah.
Right. Like I was fine with price coming, like pushing down in profits. I was about 4, I think, pips in profit, 5 pips, and then coming back to my entry and then coming into drawdown. I was okay with that because I knew we were going to get some kind of a retracement. But when this candle starts flipping bullish, you start seeing the 30-minute start to flip bullish. And we're at the low. This candle is getting a lot weaker than these previous 2 bearish candles, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So like this candle, very strong, right? Very strong candle right here. Now we're getting 5 minutes left with the current 30-minute candle. This thing could close very weak. We hold support in here and start to drive up. And then this is the move later.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be in on this little thing with 1% risk. Barely lost anything. And it could very well continue down. Right? And then maybe you get your re-entry, but I don't know if I want to re-enter on that. So I'll just let it go. Like double up my risk again. We'll see how this candle closes.
Yeah, I tend to manage on the close. Like if you close weak bearish, then I'll close half. Or if you close bullish, then I'll close half.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Now
how
normally, I'm sorry, Sammy.
Sorry, go.
No, I was saying like normally that's how I am. I wait for the closes. But when it comes to a trade like this, I'll I got to be a little bit more conservative with it. It's been too many times I've taken this before and we just end up retracing. So that's why I thought that could actually happen. Gold over here slipping bearish on the 1 hour. 40-minute or 4 hour looks good. Let's see how this 30-minute ends up closing. Do we close below this level? That's what we want. Let me actually get these ready. I'm not entering anything yet.
If it starts going on profit, are you gonna put your stops to break even as soon as it goes in profit, or are you gonna wait and sell pips?
The next move I'm gonna make is probably, unless we get a deep push down, I'll probably end up moving my stop loss above this candle.
Mm.
I'm waiting to see how this candle closes. We gotta look at both pairs right here because we're getting what we want on gold. Lewis, you're completely out of gold, right?
Yeah. I've been out of gold. I think my stop was 1902, I believe.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, wait for this close below. It looks like we're gonna get it. And then you get the little retest or top wick rejection and mirror this move right back down. Got 70 pips in this range.
Yeah, gold is looking a bit more favorable.
Yeah, it may be the smarter trade. But if we don't close below that level,
no trade.
stay patient.
You would think that with that nuclear, like Russia threatened nuclear war against Ukraine, you think that will push up, right?
Yeah, I mean, if that actually does happen, obviously it would send gold skyrocketing. But
Yeah.
you know, it's all rumor.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's just war tactics. I think I was a little too conservative on this one. We pulled back a lot deeper. We pulled back like we normally do on gold. Like that doesn't always happen on GJ. It does sometimes, but my stop loss is still up here. We got 1 minute left. How does this candle close? And then over here, how does it close? All right, 30 minutes is closed bearish. 15-minute candle close nice over here. I'm leaving my stop loss up here, give it some room. But this 30-minute candle was nice. Gold. Problem is, like, where's your stop loss going to be?
Like when GJ, if you break the previous low, that would be good.
Right here?
Yeah, if you break that low.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting low at that point. The only thing is, like now we're getting to that support area. You know, I think if this candle creates its top wick, keeps doing it, and then all of a sudden starts breaking its own low, you could possibly re-enter this. But again, this is a 15-minute time frame. This isn't a 30-minute setup. I hate that I have to go to the bathroom right now. Should I re-enter this? I'm gonna re-enter. Yeah. So I just re-entered as this candle just flipped bearish. I'm just gonna leave gold alone. Does that make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gold is tripping. Gold is
I know.
Yeah, gold's going crazy right now.
gold is freaking out.
Yep. That's gold. That's why you gotta be careful with gold, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't fuck around. I mean, I've gotten a lot more used to it over the years, but you know, it's you really want to secure. You get into profits, take your profits.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn the hard way real quick if you don't listen to me. So yeah, if we do pass this candle, it should be good. I was just saying, Sammy, the entry would have been as you flip bearish.
Yeah, I was already in though. Like I didn't say I
Yeah.
was gonna get in as a pass. You know what I mean?
You were saying like we know for sure we're gonna continue down if we break that.
Yeah, like a little bit more confirmation for us that we could be more confident in the trade if we broke that low. If you get what I mean?
100%. So now what I'll do is I'll move my stop loss because my new stop loss is right here. So I'll move my second stop loss right above that as well. Now we're starting to play around. Would have been a beautiful trade from up top over there.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. But you journal it, keep learning from it. So I was telling Sammy before this morning I had to take my my wife to the ferry to take a ferry into the city, and I drove her in her car, and then I had to go to ShopRite really quick to pick up eggs for after the stream. And I get to ShopRite, turn the car off, and realize that I don't have the key fob in the car. She took it with her, so I had to sit in the parking lot and wait for an Uber to take me back. So I was in an Uber when this was happening, having a good conversation with the Uber driver. So I wasn't able to even see this up here. Pissed. Let's go, DJ. Drop. This is good for gold, though. We're getting at that retracement, top wick rejection. Right after a close below the level. Now you need volume to just push us down. See, these 5-minute candles keep projecting the upside.
Oh,
DJ,
I got GJ. I got GJ.
let's go. All right, just secured a piece of GJ. And secured right around here.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad this was a winner and not a loser, Steph, for you.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if I take a loss, it's a lesson, right?
I agree.
We're all good. Oh, yeah, second day in a row, we get one of these. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, secured.
I'm closing the full thing now.
Yeah.
I'm done. Way to go, boys. Way to fucking go.
See how this 4-hour candle closes below this, the consolidation to the left in 22 minutes.
Yes, sir. I actually I gotta record this real quick. It's probably gonna be fine.
Nice.
That was awesome, bro.
Nice, man. Appreciate it. Glad you guys all got in on that. I think you all took it.
Yeah, we took it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Just close now.
Why did you decide to re-enter again? Because you saw that it's flipped bearish? Is that why?
Wait, what was the question?
You said you remember you closed some of them off and then you re-entered again
Yes, after this candle flip bearish right here.
on the 15-minute. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, we ended up getting a strong 30-minute candle close, so that made me confident that we could take this based on the 15-minute. We got a strong 15-minute close. My setup, as soon as this candle flips, expect this thing to drop. I just didn't like this whole area. Once we started getting into here, it's like, all right, we could very well reject that area and continue back up again, especially with how overextended we are. We sold at the low, but it was based on good analysis and patient analysis. Maybe I wasn't a little as patient as I could be with this retracement up here, but I was just being conservative. I didn't lose anything on that.
Yeah, well, I wish I stayed in for an extra 10 pips, but
What's up?
I wish I stayed in for an extra 10 pips. So, well,
That's
it's all right.
you could
It was a risky trade, so I just took it at 10.
exactly. Exactly. We don't like selling at the low, do we, Sammy?
We would have never known. GJ would have made
Nope.
that.
You would have never known.
Yeah, we would have never known that GJ would have give you all that push.
Yeah.
You would have never known.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's good to just hop on this train, but you got to wait for something like this real quick, right? Wait for that. If you're not going to get that full retest, wait for something like this and your setup, and then wait for a candle close like this, or wait for this candle to at least create its top wick and then pass the low of these candles over here. And you know that we could possibly continue down, but everything is probability, and the probability lowers a little bit when you're selling the low over here, but at the same time, it's still a good probability for us to continue this down into this zone. That's why we took it. We got a good start to the week, guys. Friday.
I think my streak's
Going up.
coming.
What?
I think my streak's coming back again.
Yeah, we'll get that streak up there. Because I'm not worried about that. You got the patience, you got the discipline. I want, dude.
So what do you think about gold right now, which the 4 hours about to close?
Gold is about to close above that area over there, but it is going to close bearish, which is interesting. I've seen this set up many times. It goes either way, really. Like we'll see how this candle closes. This will be interesting. But if I don't know if I'm going to be touching gold, to be honest with you. Not us.
Yeah.
They ain't hurting us, Jonathan. We're patient. Dude, remember the mission. Obviously, like everyone's got their individual missions, but we got a mission for all you guys to be trading full-time or able to trade full-time by the end of this year, whether it's your own funds or with a funded company. Like that's got to be your goal. If you don't meet that goal, that's okay too. You're not gonna. Don't kill yourself. Don't go crazy. Not actually kill yourself, but don't like be that hard on yourself. Don't punish yourself or anything like that. But that's what you got to be aiming for. You got to have those higher standards, knowing that this is possible. If I just focus on the skill, I focus on the discipline. Doesn't matter what I'm risking on my trades because I know that I'm gonna stick to my plan and that's it. I'm not saying risk 50% of your account. I'm saying like you can build up a bigger account for you to trade with because now you're more confident. Now you could trade like 2% on a bigger account is a lot bigger than 2% on a $1,000 account. Right. But again, if you don't have the funds to trade your own money right now, use a funded company, leverage them. There's nothing wrong with that. There's the only thing that's wrong with that is if you are using them your entire career and paying them 20%, 10% for your trades every single time, along with the commission. What you want to do is leverage those companies. The goals should be leveraging those companies into your own account, your own $50,000 account, your own $100,000 account. You're not spending the withdrawals. You're not spending the money that you're making from there. You're putting that into a different account and just stacking it away. Maybe pay yourself like 10, 20%, right? Just 10, 20% of a big account, like $100,000 challenge account is pretty good after a week, right? But stack away the rest. Make that your own trading account. And now you're making 100% of your profits other than the commission to the broker.
Yeah. Or you can trade both if you really wanted to.
You could. Wait, trade both as in what?
Like have a funded account and a real account.
You could. You could. The only thing with the funded accounts is you can't have a trade copier. So it's gonna
really?
It would be hard for you to trade two different accounts at the same time. Like for me, that would be almost impossible because I'm adding another step of trading live in front of you guys. So like I can't be trading two different accounts over here as well as trying to lead you guys at the same time. It just wouldn't work. You know? Wait, did this add to the
I
analysis?
think you can use a trade copier if you tell them beforehand, though.
You can use it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
use one on mine.
Oh, well, there you go.
But you just have to tell them, though. Otherwise, they'll just block you. You have to let them know.
What, a copy
Okay.
trader?
Sorry?
A copy trader? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right.
What is a
But you
copy
don't-
trade? What is that?
It literally it's a software that takes whatever trade that you have. Like say
Yeah.
you're entering on MT4, now you have a different account that you want to trade on. You could take that copier takes the same exact trade on a different account.
Wow, crazy. That's crazy.
There you go. Yeah, man. Well, at least we got part of that now.
Yeah, GG is eating.
I grabbed my
Thank
of the day. But imagine we got up here. Journal this, guys. Journal this. Praveen, next major support on GJ. He's gonna be right over here. Right over here to the left. Right? And we're starting to approach the 200 EMA on the 4 hour. Right? So I could see us tapping into that, maybe holding support and then continuing up. But again, we're looking for in a major bullish trend over here. Are we going to be holding some kind of a support to continue back up at some point, or are we just going to correct this whole move? So far, we're bearish. All right, so you're just looking at these moves and understanding the way we're going. But I would wait for the 4 hour close. Let's see how we close. Do we close below this level? Possibly you can mark this area off too. Right? I could see us like retesting this whole area. You got that area right there. Wait for the 4-hour close. Wait for some kind of a pullback. You don't want to take any more sells over here, Praveen, until you get some kind of a strong resistance formed. And then you can take price back down, especially if you just grab this move. All right, man.
Okay, bro.
Well, with that being said, guys, have a great night or a great day. Follow your daily must. Record your trading journal right now. Talk to yourself about how you missed this trade on the 1 hour, the 4 hour. But we were able to squeeze this one out down here and how the formation went, how you could have entered on the 15-minute or re-entered after the 15-minute candle flip bearish. Many of those different things you want to be recording there for yourself. So make sure you're doing that and reporting to me either every single day or every single Wednesday and Friday so that you're staying accountable to somebody. When you're doing that, that's going to keep you pushing yourself. When you know you got to report to someone, it's not for me, right? None of these AARs, they're not for me. This is for you. This is so that you guys get better. And if we haven't gone over them yet, obviously we will on our Zooms. But I know, Sammy, you have, and Jonathan, I don't even think we have yet because we started with trading. So I'm looking forward to your Zooms. Who do we have coming up? I have Kat and Quinnen today, along with Oh wait, Jonathan, what do we figure? We can't do today, so we'll do.
Yeah.
You want to do Friday?
Friday. Let me check my roster. I'm not sure. Not sure how Friday is looking because I had 2 back-to-back off days, Monday and today.
Okay.
Yeah, so Friday I'm actually working a morning shift. Yeah, I'm working a morning.
Okay. So when you can't do Friday at all?
Yeah, I can't do Friday at all.
Okay.
If I do Friday, it would gotta be finishing work at 4:30, which would be then 3:30 for you. If we could do 5:30, which would be 4:30 for you, that would potentially work on Friday.
Okay, I'll put it down for that, and then we'll see how you're doing at that point.
Yeah, that's fine.
30 for me, right?
Yeah, should be. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
All right.
And then who else was it? Sammy, did we have to reschedule? Yeah, we weren't able to do it yesterday.
Thursday, I think now. Thursday, was it?
Thursday. Oh yeah, there you go. Thursday, 1 p.m.
Yeah, that should be perfect.
Awesome. And then Lewis, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, buddy?
Plugging through that course?
The what?
The course?
Oh yeah, I'm going through the webinars right now. Bro, I said there's a lot of webinars.
Oh, yo, you don't have to go through those for us to hop on a Zoom.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let's hop on a Zoom on when are you? Maybe Wednesday or Thursday, or even Friday, whichever.
You want to aim for Friday?
Yeah, Friday sounds good.
All right, let's aim for what time is good on Friday?
Maybe afternoon, or like 1, 2, 3 o'clock. One of those times.
Yeah, so let's aim for 1, and if anything changes, I'll let you know. But we should be good.
Okay.
All right, awesome.
Sounds good.
All right, boys. Well, again, Lewis or Jonathan, I'll be uploading yesterday's live stream, and then today's right after that, and I'll send it into the group. All right.
Thanks, bro.
Guys, great job. Give yourselves a hand. Keep staying disciplined and keep staying patient. This is what's going to bring you guys to the promised land. Exactly where you guys want to be. It's just patient trading and calculated trading. No emotions, almost all logic. Obviously, there's always going to be emotions involved. You just want to cut them back as much as possible. All right, so let's keep this up. Great start to the week. You got tomorrow going. I'm pretty sure we're live with Sharma, but you know, lately it's just been all over the place. I don't know. Something seems to be wrong every single time, but you know, we'll get through it. But guys, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, guys.
All
See
right,
ya.
man. You too, guys.
See you later, man.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Bye.